It's a new dawn at Real Madrid, and he knows exactly what it takes to win as a player wearing white. How will he deal with trying to orchestrate 11 of them as Xabi Alonso takes his place in the managerial hot seat? And a new era starts at Al-Hilal too, let's not forget. Two new managers, two star-studded sides. Alonso versus Inzaghi as Group H. Gone for Trent over Alexander-Arnold on the back of his shirt during his time at Real Madrid. The flag stays down here as Al-Hilal have a moment to advance, and there might be a shooting opportunity. There is. Courtois with the save, and Al-Hilal with the first opportunity to strike a goal. Fully for Courtois, who's straight at the big Belgian.
Yeah, it's all about being direct. We've got to get first contact, that one flick, a cute little ball inside, and then he lets go a lovely strike.
Supporter in front of us throws his arms up for the first time. Dean Howson, he's been a Real player 4.5 minutes, and they're not happy already.
Well, the demands are big, but as expected at this football club, it's never going to change, is it?
Absolutely not. Clever turn on the far side by Jude Bellingham. And now Raul Asensio is encouraged to shoot. He is going to shoot, you know, and it's well saved by Bono. Had to be ready for that one. There was plenty of fizz on it, plenty of power, and rather luckily the experienced shot stopper was right down the middle. He'll be happy with his start. I think will Simone Inzaghi. 49-year-old Italian.
To get on the ball where he feels like he can have some space to dictate the possession.
Fran Garcia able to beat Joao Cancelo in the air. Hassan Al-Tambakti plays it to Ruben Neves, to Kalidou Koulibaly. Inside it goes to Nasser Al-Dassari. Renan Lodi might open up here again. There's space in the midfield for Al-Hilal in these first few minutes. Plenty of blue shirts flying forward as well. There's three at the back post. One of them on the volley comes in, and it somehow goes wide. 6 yards out. What an opportunity. And I think maybe the defender being that close to him was doing just enough to put him off.
Howson very close to him. He just tries to wrap his foot around. That's a huge chance. Great play.
A lot of them were calling, a lot of reports have been calling them the underdogs, the dark horses for this one. And Real Madrid are realising that they are in a real game here. This isn't a pre-season friendly at all. Chouameni down the stadium. Opens up here again for Salam Al-Dassari. He plays it through. It's Renan Lodi into the penalty area to give Al-Hilal the lead. But for the offside flag on. But did he just go too soon?
The pictures tell you it's a big moment. We thought whether it be
on that penalty spot or at the back post. It is a deeper one. And it's headed up over his own crossbar by young Gonzalo Garcia. One more defensive headers than he has progressive headers in this first half. As the corners start to tally up for Al-Hilal. He will be the target man, that's for sure. Scored 2 in 30 Saudi Pro League games last season, did the big Senegalese centre-back. Can he get his head on this one? It's an outswinger this time, lots of whip on it. There is a header in the middle, and it was met by Hassan Al-Tambakti. He's got plenty of power on it.
It's a good opportunity, actually. Good delivery, tries to guide it down.
Chouameni with a push in the back. Alexander-Arnold was the man marking him. It did feel like a little bit of a mismatch. Here's Rodrigo. Alexander-Arnold is making a movement ahead of him, but Rodrigo will go alone and get his shot away, and Bono watched that go over the crossbar. Well, it just opened up in front of him. Rodrigo, the Brazilian, cutting in on his left foot. He didn't look completely in control of the strike. Nasser Al-Dassari was closing him down, and I think that rather panicked him into the strike more than anything. Gonzalo Garcia, cleverly done by the youngster, and now the counter could be on. Vinicius Jr. plays it through to Valverde, pokes it on for Rodrigo. Danger here for Al-Hilal, and Real take the lead. 21-year-old Gonzalo Garcia gives Real the lead in the Miami Heat.
Devastating with the counter-attack when the drive. And the players coming inside off the line. It was this touch here that made the difference. I didn't think he was going to get there. And a lovely little pass right across the face. And he didn't sort of rush it. He waited. It is finished. Just jumped over the top of the goalkeeper. Whether it was as clean as what he would have liked, he doesn't care as he off and runs into that corner with delight to get that opening goal. The counter was quick, the finish wasn't that good, but look at the delight in the manager.
Fans of all ages enjoyed that one. Gonzalo Garcia. Real Madrid now in control and looking for more. Jude Bellingham slides it through. Is it another one? Garcia takes it wide. The angle didn't favour him after a poor first touch, and around Marcus Leonardo as he pinches it back, and he had his shirt pulled and he hits the deck and wins Al-Hilal a penalty. From our position, Michael, very much a penalty.
Yeah, you look, when you get the wrong side, a little bit of contact, but when you give a decision to be made, a little touch on the side.
Removes a few items from the penalty area, that is. Ruben Neves against Thibaut Courtois. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Al-Hilal are level, and on the balance of things, they absolutely deserve that. Mr. Reliable from the spot for his country. Mr. Reliable on the spot.
Just strokes it into that corner. And can you believe it now? It's game on. It's been a great first half, and it's hopefully going to get better.
It really has been a great 40 minutes or so. Fist pump from Simone. Vinny Jr., couple of step overs, dances away from Malcolm. It's a wonderful cross, it's off the crossbar. And then the volley comes in and it hits Arda Güler. Koulibaly away, only as far as Vinny Jr. The flag stays down. Vinny Jr. hooks it in. And there's the header off the line. Bellingham attempts the overhead. And Milinkovic-Savic clears it away with the first opportunity, which is probably the best opportunity.
That's a great opportunity, great wing play down the left, step over, pushed it out of his feet, and then delivers the cross. And extremely close to being the perfect start. We asked about the manager making changes, and then a great stop, good recovery, desperate defending. We asked for more, didn't we, in this game? And it's a brilliant start, and the goalkeeper reacting, looking. It's this one here. He's got to score, in my opinion.
He did so well. Vinny Jr., 3 in white, waiting at the back post for the cross. Will it come in? Not yet. Valverde has a pop, and it's a good few metres wide. Bono's right-hand post. And
the edge of the area was difficult for the official. He wanted to play the advantage, let it go out to the left-hand side as it comes across.
Nasser El-Dessari loses out, and Arda Güler will pick up possession. Oh, and that's loose at the back. Nasser El-Dessari lays it into the path of Marcus Leonardo, and from about 5 yards out.
A slight let-off, wasn't that? Takes a little bit of a chance. This moment here, just tries to...
Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's a left-footed cross this time from the new boy. Vinicius Jr. up against Joao Cancelo again. Finds a cross this time, hangs it up to the back post, and it's into the hands of a grateful Bono. Real Madrid did score the opener, but they were less than convincing. They did take it through young Garcia, but Al-Hilal have got an opportunity here. It's lost, and it's cut back. What a moment! Marcus Leonardo. And when it's on the big stage, his big moment, he blazes it over into the supporters behind the goal.
It's not even close. I think that's the point.
A throat sweet at hand. Good play over on the far side. Brahim Diaz lays it off of Valverde. Oh, and he doesn't catch it cleanly. Here's Brahim Diaz. Tchouaméni sends one in, looking for the head of Gonzalo Garcia. Beaten in the air. Once again, Hassan Al-Tambakti, the man who won it this time.
Their arm comes around. He's asking for more, isn't he? He's saying his lips cut.
It's purely accidental by El Khatani, but smacks him in the mouth. If you were Al-Qahtani, how disappointed would you be to concede this penalty?
I think it's interpretation as well, because what he's doing, he's swinging his body, waiting for contact, just trying to stop it. And maybe because of the height of where somebody comes in, if you look at the low level below his shoulder, you know, that hits him in the face rather than somebody else's body that you feel contact who's taller. That's what I would say. And I'm waiting to feel the contact. You have to be careful with your arm, but because of the height of him, because it gets him in the face, they will interpret it a little bit different.
Well, he's taken a good few looks at it, is Facundo Teo, the referee. VAR room are there as well to give their opinion. They're the officials who would have told them to come over to the big screen. Well, let's have a listen.
After review, number 15,
spot for Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti called him the key in Real Madrid's midfield. Is he the key for Xabi Alonso? No, he's not. Bono with the save. Big hands from the big Al-Hilal goalkeeper. The former Atletico man denies Real here in Miami.
Blue shirts, the faces, but he's read it, hasn't he? There was a wait. He's kept that back foot in. He's been in these positions so many times. A big moment. He didn't hit it clean enough. He didn't necessarily deserve a goal. And the game carries on.
Well, Xabi can't believe it. Ruben Neves. Saudi Pro League and Riyadh very well represented here. Well, he will be relieved, although he does still look pretty stressed. Simone Inzaghi. And Luka Modric cast his spell on this game and magic up a winner for Real Madrid. Modric allows it to roll through for Dean Howson. £50 million man. Victor Munoz. Dean Howson tries to cross himself. It's a testing one in! Oh, and it's into the hands of Bono. So the centre-back with a cross. That was brilliant from him.
Brilliant ball in, right round the back post.
He's getting the fourth official. Is there a winner here for Real? Luka Modric with the corner in towards Howson. It'll come through for Arda Güler, blocked by Koulibaly. Valverde blocked, hits Howson and bobbles through to Bono. The game goes on. Bono smart enough not to pick up the ball this time.
Yeah, he's just going to wait. Surely this is it now. The technical area for Al-Hilal.
And there is the final whistle. A frantic end here at the Hard Rock Stadium.
The global audience, the expectation levels of what this Real Madrid team have, and the Galacticos, the superstars that travel with.
And we're underway. It's the first game of this Club World Cup in Charlotte. And as it always does, a football match provides a temporary escape from
moving around, trying to create problems for Real Madrid. That's something in possession. They're not being too good.
They want an offside flag here, Real Madrid. They don't get it as Asensio gets a good grip on Salomon Rondon and gets the straight red card. Once again, Asensio shows his lack of maturity in a big game at the Club World Cup. Well, again, Real Madrid play with a high line. He's miles onside. Howson, the deepest of the two centre-backs. And Raul Asensio, 2 games on the bounce at the Club World Cup. 4 players around it in blue. It's over the wall and over the crossbar. Agustin Palavecino with the strike. Well, he looked like he tried to place it rather than go for any kind of power, but unfortunately placed it into the chairs behind the stands. I wonder if the powers that be agreed with the referee there. Here's Howson. Oof, it's a risky pass out from the back. Looks as if Tchouaméni has slipped back into a centre-back position, which is where he finished the match in Miami last week. everyone, well not everyone, but a lot of people had Real Madrid down as the favourite to win this competition. Can they even win this game as Garcia comes forward? Vinicius Jr. Clever back heel into the path of Garcia. Baumann comes across to slow him down. And that looked like a shirt pull on Vinicius Jr. who hits the deck. Got a yellow card for diving in the opening game of the group for Real Madrid. I don't think there was a dive there. Rondon slides in behind for Kennedy. Can he get a shot? It is Kennedy. The angle's tight, and he can only find the side netting. Eventually take one.
Yeah, they will. We've seen that overlap. Trent Alexander-Arnold comes round, does well. Which ushers him to a tighter angle as the goal.
Attacking passage of play we've seen pulled together by Real Madrid as the ball over the top here is for Salomon Rondon. He's got support on the right hand side but can't make the pass. That was crucial. Kennedy gets a strike and a goal. Spilled by Courtois. Saved again though. Gets a yellow, but he made the first save. Did Courtois. Wasn't his best but recovered with the second.
Yeah, too many. Awful defending. He's in that position. He knows he's going to get spun in behind, but Howson does well. He delays it. He waits, and it's this strike here catches you off guard. A lot of power and momentum. The follow-up is close. Courtois reacts quickly, gets back up, gets across. Good strong left hand as he reaches across. You know they'll create opportunities. You know they'll get chances, just whether they can hold it and get the ball away from their goal.
It opens up in the middle for Montiel, who gets a strike in, a goal. Gonzalez was in there following it up, so Courtois had to make sure he held that one, and he'll have taken 1 million of them in training.
It's worth a go, isn't it? Get a feel for it, put some added pressure. But it's here now, they don't really look like they can go too far. That slick passing of Real Madrid's sort of armoury that they have is not really there. These runs behind is what's needed.
That's a clever flick from one Garcia to the other. Here's Fran Garcia. Bellingham into the penalty area. Jude Bellingham! Jude delivers for Real Madrid. Left foot strike, 1-0 Madrid.
That's a great little flick round the corner, then they set off, but they support quickly. Bellingham just approaches it. So that touch there into a position, but don't underestimate what he does next. The strike is clean, it's pure, right across the goalkeeper. Accuracy, timing. They've waited for the chance. Just mentioned about staying solid because they will create. The top players need to stand up right the way up. That's brave, isn't it? The later stages of the first half, and you've got to credit that. And as I said, now 2 for 2. Defensively, they're saying, okay, we'll have to deal with it. We'll have to do that. And that's where you get more possession in the middle, but you've got to control the ball. You've got to keep it.
Because their legs are going to get tired. Their legs are very much going to go as the game goes on. Here's Kennedy, that's brilliant to get away from Valverde and get the shot away. Courtois down quickly to his left-hand side to palm it away. He's been the busier of the two goalkeepers here, and that was a solid save by the Belgian international. Vinny Jr. win a free kick 15 yards inside, but it opened up there. Kennedy bursting through, finding the shot. Vinicius Jr. Clever back heel into the path of Arda Güler. Supporters have been asking for ages to see more of Arda Güler, and they got their wish today.
Yeah, they did.
Fits in so comfortably, doesn't he, Arda Güler?
Yeah, the position narrow as well. He's obviously had to change because of the situation. He's the out.
You wouldn't think they're a man like, because here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's back for Arda Güler! Real Madrid are putting on a show here in North Carolina. The Galacticos love it.
Controlling in the middle. We talked about that out ball. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it really well right across early. This touch just sees him off. It's a wonderful touch into the penalty area. Güler getting involved. It's a fantastic set. Good touch. And you always felt the players they have, they're at Real Madrid, these situations are so comfortable for them. The timing, the arrival, the joy on the face, they carve Pachuca open.
Naivety in the young forwards midfield position. Palavecino, edge of the D, toe pokes it goalwards. Again, a save from Thibaut Courtois. This is probably the easiest of the afternoon so far for the big Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Palavecino getting into good areas, but he didn't feel like he looked comfortable with his shot. He was sort of a bit disjointed, couldn't sort his feet out. But you looked at the last game, Al-Hilal, how Madrid didn't have enough possession, control. They go to 10 men, and what we said is, can they keep the ball? Can they get hold of it? They're up on possession stats.
Last season he had the best scoring campaign of his career. Can he influence this game here? John Kennedy winds one up! Oof. And he puts it not that far wide of the target. His contract's expiring at the end of the Club World Cup, is the 39-year-old. Here's John Kennedy, Salomon Rondon, saved again by Thibaut Courtois. These saves, they're really starting to tot up now.
Comfortable ones though. There's still opportunities, still chances, we know, but they're not really of high quality. It's the next step, and here he is again.
Dean Howson spots the run ahead of him. Can Garcia get there? He can, but all he can do is knock it out for a throw-in. Very positive with his play though, isn't he, Dean Howson?
Yeah, he is, but it's one of those, if I'm going on the end of that, you look at your teammate and say, thank you very much. I just had to major run as it goes out. The weight of the pass got to be better.
He's got to get back into a defensive position now, Garcia.
But if we look how many players for Pachuca are nowhere near the play, they've got extra. They've got to change something.
Here's Montiel. Palavecino winds up that right boot. Easily blocked though, easily dealt with. Luis Rodriguez can't get it beyond Garcia. Bowerman, Montiel, teenager. Out wide to John Kennedy, looks in the middle, sees Gonzalez in there of all players. Montiel again, Real Madrid on the back foot here. John Kennedy bends one, Courtois there again. Unfortunately, because it just kind of dropped into the 6-yard box as we see that save by Courtois again. Well, John Kennedy, since coming on, he's looked lively.
You see there, it's a cross, he's just drifting into the back post. It's a good touch, actually. You've seen how close it was, how it could have just dropped in.
Pachuca corner, Palavecino sends it in, it's attacked by Bowerman. It's loose in the 6-yard box, it's poked away. Great title in London, July 19th. That is available on the DAZN app. Well, he's put in a stint. Has Bellingham. Took that goal so well. John Kennedy comes forward here again. Saved by Thibaut Courtois. How many times have we said that?
Good areas. Dropping inside, getting his shots into the far corner, but seems to be his side, doesn't it? Courtois.
Well, Carlos Sanchez and Javier Eduardo Lopez are on for Pachuca. Sanchez wanted a free kick there, didn't he? One of their star players gets another goal. Vinicius Jr., Luka Modric. Both like a strike. No one switched on here for Pachuca. It's Modric. Tight angle. And he commits the foul as well. Well, it wasn't exactly off the training ground.
Yeah, Pachuca got to sleep. You can't do that this level. Not anybody even near a corner kick. Psychologically, mentally, they are finding it so tough. As just Real Madrid had a spell there.
Here's John Kennedy. It's possessed by Dani Ceballos. They're not playing it forward too often, too frantically. They're just keeping possession, or at least they were. It's given away, and Courtois has to get down again to make the save. Lopez this time.
Modric can do that.
Howson sees her running behind Bowerman. That runner is Vinicius Jr. Again, remember, a man like Real Madrid. Not many options, but he finds one. Valverde. Out wide to Brahim Diaz. Into the path of Valverde! Nico Valverde is there.
A leader, desire, box to box. A good run initially, but then they don't give it up. Checks, the ball comes inside. He's under pressure, but what he does is fights off the first one. A good crisp pass, he doesn't stop, drives into the area, and then it looks like he's got no chance, but he will get there. He will make sure. He tries to get something on the end of it. And does he deserve that? He does. Ever since they went to 10 men, he's drove his team all the way. It's a fantastic goal to top off a big, big recovery from Real Madrid.
Once again, faced with Modric, Ceballos and Brahim Diaz. And now Antonio Rudiger, who gets stuck in, as you'd always expect. Chance over Pachuca, deflection, and they're back in it. And it's the man we talked about pre-match, the danger man, Montiel, Elias Montiel, the teenager, pulls one back for Pachuca, and with 10 minutes to go.
A real good moment for the young man who mentioned, who looks like he's going to have a bright career. Good turn, tries to put it in the bottom corner. It's a wicked deflection. Even on this occasion, Courtois can't do anything about it as it just diverts into the far corner.
Drives into the penalty area. Sanchez is there in support. Runs at his man. Gets away from Garcia. Shoots low. Save Courtois. And then he's able to pick up the pieces as well as the saves continue. And there it is. Win number 1 for Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid at the Club World Cup as it boils over here in Charlotte at the full-time whistle.
Move it around, overrun their opponent, so it's going to be a really strong side out and start, I would expect, from Real Madrid.
And very different conditions. Well, they call Philadelphia the city of brotherly love, but there's no room for sentiment tonight, as both RB Salzburg and Real Madrid look to tie up their time in Group H with a win. And Michael Brown, does Salzburg need to start fast here, get in front to give them any chance of winning?
Well, you've got to try and do that. You've got to set a belief.
Alexander Arnold with the out swinging corner, goes deep, very deep. Was aimed towards Vinicius Junior. Come to nothing for now. Vinicius Junior ignores Fran Garcia as the cross comes in. It's a big header away. Trent Alexander-Arnold still forward on the right-hand side for Real Madrid. Rides one challenge, puts in a left-footed cross to the back post, and the header flies over the top. Being played at quite the pace, but that's a good ball. Bellingham, Vini Jr., chance for the Brazilian, saved. Zawadzki made himself big.
But this chance here, that's a big save. He doesn't want it to go through his legs, stays big, expects him to score that.
Anticipation grows inside Lincoln Financial Field as the corner goes towards the back post. Howson with the header, and it bounces just a metre or so wide of Zawadzki's right-hand post. Had his angles right, the young goalkeeper.
But what he does, you're just staying as big as you can, but that run inside was so good. And as he spreads those legs, focus, he comes down the front of it. It's a big, big save.
Only 18 years old, Zawadzki, as Vini Jr. tries something special. Valverde will pick up the pieces. Alonso's not happy with something. He leapt out of his technical area there. Maybe he wants a little bit more speed in the passing. Bellingham closed down by Mamadi Diambu. He's an aim.
Put the ball in when they up to go a little bit quicker.
Corner for Real Madrid. It's an outswinging one. It's attacked by Tchouaméni and then volleyed further away. It's Diabate into Baidu. Real Madrid have to get numbers back here because the white shirts are flooding forward. Liner cuts it back. Danger here for Real Madrid as the shot comes in. And it ultimately spins a good few metres wide, but Nene, what I was saying is that Ardagula's been asking to play in the middle. As we come back to that in a minute. Vinicius Junior into the penalty area, cuts it back, and the shot comes in from Garcia, but it goes very high. That's a good ball by Baidu into Nene. Rakov wants to return. Fran Garcia reads it well. And finds a teammate Arda Güler, very well defended by the young fullback. What a ball that is! Vini Jr. has support, but he might go alone. Vini Jr. He has his moment at the Club World Cup.
He could have went wide. This is a fantastic pass. The predictable one is to the right-hand side, not through the middle. This touch gets it out of his feet. It's a sensational, brilliant strike into the far corner. He's been questioned about not getting goals, yet getting to the areas. But the confidence and ability on the run there, that puff of the cheeks, and then that real quality strike across the goalkeeper. It's a fantastic counter-attack goal from Real Madrid.
And a word on the through ball by Jude Bellingham. He just continues to impress whatever he does for Real Madrid.
Yeah, but they're watching Real Madrid, and that's really, really good football.
Such a nice strike of the ball, how it curved away from the goalkeeper, Savashitsky, as well. Couldn't get down, the 18-year-old. Here's Courtois. Oh, that's risky at the back, given away. Ratkov, 5 in white in the penalty area for RB Salzburg. Ratkov, low, but not hard.
Yeah, he's turned into trouble. But look at this for being convincing. He tries to open it up. He's never going to.
Definitely more effective higher up the pitch. He's the young man from Turkey. Alexander-Arnold reluctant to go back. Takes a clip in the heels from Franz Kratzik. His liner. Forward to Baidu. Given away to Jude Bellingham. Arda Güler. Oh, it's a heavy touch into the path. Vini Jr. for 2. Cuts it back. And there's the finish by Federico Valverde. And in the blink of an eye, it's 2-0 to Real Madrid. And it came from nothing.
And the angle was tightening up, but you can't give the ball away like this. And they just kept it going. Those little gives, and it's here now. He takes a touch, it doesn't open because there's good defending. But that little check back, absolutely fantastic. And I said, you keep making the box, you keep doing those runs. That there stops it for him. Doesn't get better for a midfielder coming onto it. And he doesn't miss. And just real awareness. A fabulous goal again from Real Madrid.
Well, you might remember on the first game of this group, Federico Valverde. Oh, Valverde, that's very much not like him. Gives it away to Glock. Tagim. Shot from range, and Courtois had plenty of time to watch that as it trundled along.
His make-up, what he's done for so long. And what surprised me so far, you talk about the supporters that have been wet, you always go on about the Mexican wave. Where is it? It's not happened yet.
Danger here for Real Madrid. The shot comes in from a narrow angle, and Courtois had to be alert to that. Adam Tagim off the bench and causing problems. Back line.
Yeah, running in behind. There's something to look at. I think defensively they've got to be in the best situation. Tries to sneak it near post. Just strong strike. Possibly just
getting his angles correct, and once again pulling out the stops for Real Madrid. 5 minutes played in this second half. It's a deep corner for Salzburg. Way too deep. Straight out for a throw-in on the far side. What a waste.
Yeah, it's not just a waste. I mean, that's not even close, is it, to being half right. Extremely poor. The supporters just get a little look, and all around the big screens here, everyone's looking for a little bit of attention. Different situations, but regardless of the game, it's just gone flat. The atmosphere is quiet. Someone's got to really step it up and just do something different.
Salzburg looking more likely than Real Madrid at the start of the second half, as Fran Garcia puts his foot in, wants to throw in, doesn't get it. There's Nene. Inside to Diabate, who rolls it too far ahead of his man. And Real Madrid get the ball back without any bother.
Yeah, no pressure whatsoever. No rush. What's he thinking? Manager, what can he do? He's made those early decisions and changed a couple already. But he's really disappointed how the end of that first half, where you just feel like you were growing into it, ended like it did.
That's well read by young Gonzalo Garcia. This time on English soil, Wembley Stadium. London the stage on Saturday, July 19th. As Real Madrid want to get a move on quickly here, but the referee not happy. Vinicius Junior just wanted to make the most of that and take a quick free kick, but they're going to have to waste something up here from out wide.
Yeah, Bellingham tries to take a march on it. Referee's not interested. He says it's going to be spotted. It's going to be in that wide position. I'm going to set it up and wait.
Well, there's two talented dead ball specialists stood over this one. Arda Güler with the left foot and Trent Alexander-Arnold with the right foot. What would you say here, left or right foot?
Any of them.
Trent Alexander-Arnold into the near post, headed away. Good clearance. Comes out as far as Valverde! Not far off. We're in it, but just off target.
Yeah, it's a great touch. There's a little check. And he looks, he waits, always rising. Like he could have maybe went near post. He slices across it.
Around his man, Glock. The man who wins a throw-in and takes a throw-in. Well, Salzburg, that not had a great time in the last couple of seasons in the Austrian top division. Not won a domestic trophy since 2023. Won 10 trophies, domestic league titles on the trot before then. And they did stroll in this year's Champions League, and the new league. I don't think you ever truly stop Vinicius Junior. You just slow him down. As it's cut back here on the volley, and it's flashed way wide in the end. And it's your man, Fede Valverde, with the hit.
Oh, it would change so much if they've got several substitutions. Real Madrid waiting to come on.
Kjærgaard's corner for Salzburg towards the back post. There's a chance here to get back into it. Off the line, Bellingham. Showing his European pedigree there with tackles like that. Luka Modric with the corner for Real Madrid into the mixer. And away by Rasmussen. Ramon was closest to it. Corner for Salzburg. Plenty of whip on it. It comes all the way through part of the pitch, Jude Bellingham, and he's going to get an opportunity to walk around the edge of Lincoln Financial Field and milk the applause. It was quite a brilliant assist as Brahim Diaz comes on. Here comes Salzburg. Glock headed away. And Trent Alexander-Arnold. Brahim Diaz causes a nuisance of himself. Kjærgaard. Hooked forward for DAZN, away by Hausen. Baidu. Sticks one into the middle, away by Tchouameni. Good header in the middle there. Now the counter's on for Real Madrid. Gonzalo Garcia puts his foot down. Rodrigo slightly behind the substitute. The danger's still there though. Rodrigo might go all the way. Rodrigo for Real Madrid! Didn't catch it very cleanly.
Yeah, good run right through the middle, but that pass sent him wide and he had a little bit of work to do as he just comes back onto that right foot, forced away, but
still danger. Blocked and away. Alexander-Arnold through the middle for Gonzalo Garcia. That's not a good clearance by Gadou. Gonzalo Garcia for three! This young man continues to impress for Real Madrid.
He has to find a way of getting goals. Looked like it had gone away from him, but there, he doesn't give up. He's out of balance, he has a look, he waits, and this finish is so depth, it's so soft, the real quality, under pressure, but he knows where it is, he knows what he's going to do. And that seals it for Real Madrid.
Well, he can do it for Castilla, Real Madrid Castilla, the reserve side, 25 goals last season. And in 3 Club World Cup games, he's got 2. Can they get one more opportunity here, Real Madrid? Back-to-back wins for Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid at the Club World Cup as they progress as Group H champions.